Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do your reading. Just thought I'd come drop one on you here on this Friday evening / Saturday morning. How are you? Happy Friday. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you're super spanking brand new, thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you giving it a shot. And I think you will love this tribe. Yep, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is a reading for Taurus going forward. Taurus, this is, well, I'm not going to date or time it. So I'm just going to drop the cards, and if the energy is familiar to you, you will know. All right. You can come out now, my loves. Retrograde is over. Mercury retrograde, anyway. All right. I always say Glinda the Witch, right? In the pink bubble. She comes down in The Wizard of Oz. Yep. You can come out now. All right. Tell me about Taurus, please. What do we need to know about Taurus? What does Taurus need to know, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What does Taurus need to know? All that work for one card for reals? Okay, there's another one. One more. One more. As if shuffling's hard work, right? Poor princess. Oh boy. It's all perspective. Okay. What do we got here? We've got not enough. Interesting. It says frustrated in a relationship, a lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear and ego, issues with jealousy. This is past energy, by the way, which is very interesting. The hammer says sabotage, rebuilding. Oh, wait, we had self-sabotage here. Okay. So here we have sabotage, rebuilding, doing repetitive things, but being persistent and working on it. So the hammer is it can be good or bad, right? We'll clarify it, of course, to see what's going on with the hammer, but it can be good or bad because although it does say sabotage, it does also say being persistent and working on it and being repetitive, and that's how you get good at something, right? By repeating it over and over again, by doing it the best you can over and over. So we have heart with a key, and it says welcome love. Oh, yeehaw, there we go. Welcome love, meeting the one, open your heart and get together. Perfect. It feels like there's going to be some sort of either a reunion or there's going to be an invitation for you to go somewhere to meet your person, possibly. For some of you, it's just going to be an outright invitation to go out with somebody. All right. Let's take a look. Let's clarify a little bit. No, it's not the deck, sorry. It's not the one. It's this one over here. Stand corrected. All right, here we go. Let's talk about this not enough here. It does say you were frustrated in a relationship back there, that there was sort of a lack of confidence and it felt almost like a self-sabotaging time. It's like the way you were self-sabotaging is by staying in a relationship that was not serving you. And it was making you feel like you were not enough. This person, you may have experienced jealousy, or maybe they did have issues of jealousy, but it looks like it was all based on fear and ego. All right, tell me what we need to know about this, please. Tell me why Taurus was not feeling enough in the past. Just listening. So frustrated in a relationship. Look, I think that you know before I tell you that the relationship you were in was a relationship with a soulmate. It was someone, either a soulmate or someone that you're very deeply connected to because you've known them since childhood, or maybe they were a high school sweetheart. It feels as though you wanted more, though. I feel like the self-sabotage is that you were in that connection and that you stayed in that connection. And I think you stayed in that connection because of fear or ego. I don't think that you realized that you were the magician at that time. We have Scorpio and Aries energy here, by the way. I don't think that you realized you were a magician at the time because you were feeling like you were not enough, but that has changed. That has transformed. You now know you're the magician. Now you know that you have it all. You know that you are all of it. But I think that back here, you were having problems. Look, I think that you were probably with someone who was very jealous. Not only jealous, like if other people were to give you attention, but jealous of you. Jealous that you were maybe, someone who is expressive, someone who is very smart, or it was something about you that they felt was something that made them feel bad or not enough. And I think that because they were feeling not enough, they portrayed being not enough onto you. I feel like what do you call that word? Jeez. Sometimes I get on here and I just lose command of the English language. Charlie's got my brain. What's the word I'm looking for? It was because you were scared to lose this person. You didn't want to be alone because you felt like, I'm never going to find anyone else. You felt not enough. That's all self-sabotaging behaviors. And I think that you either told yourself that they were a soulmate, because this is someone that you've known for a long time, possibly that's been in your life for a while. Maybe they are a soulmate, but maybe it's someone that you told yourself was a soulmate. The Magician is here. Either way, it feels like you realize your worth. You realize that you are the Magician. And I think that's what changes your mind about feeling not enough. I feel like you leave this relationship with the soulmate, but I want to say that the reason it was so hard to leave is because they were a soulmate. But not all of our soulmates are going to be like, people say, well, where's my soulmate? Who the hell cares if it's your soulmate? I would rather have a healed karmic than a broken soulmate, because that soulmate's going to break you even further, maybe even make you feel self-sabotage and make you feel not enough, right? All right. We've got the Three of Cups, I believe that is. Yep, Three of Cups. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so me, I'm this reader who doesn't really see the Three of Cups as a third party, but what I do see the Three of Cups as is partying too much, like going out with other people, whether it was romantic related or not. It feels like in this relationship, somebody was jealous of you, but they kept going out with their friends. They wanted you to stay home and they wanted to go out with their friends. And I feel like it just was hanging on by a thread. This relationship it's a relationship with a soulmate that couldn't work out because it feels like somebody was engaged in self-sabotage. Now, I don't know if that was you or them, but it feels like they made you feel some type of way about yourself. And I feel like you finally transformed the energy from that. I think that this thing really would have never grown past the Three Pentacles, I'm going to be honest, because there's the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So I want to say that things are kind of like the Two of Pentacles for me is sort of feeling rushed. Things are hanging by a thread. Like it could all fall in at any minute. That's the energy that I'm getting from it. And the Page of Pentacles is like, it's almost like it was over before it started. Yeah. I think you may have met this person in the workplace. You could have, you don't have to be, but the Three of Pentacles indicates teamwork for me. And there are three here, the Page and the Two Pentacles. So I want to say that you were in a relationship where someone felt the rules didn't apply to them. They felt that they got jealous. They didn't want you to go out, but they were going out with their friends all the time. All right. So we have rebuilding. So it feels like after you get out of this relationship here, yeah, you do get out of this relationship because there is a period of rebuilding. Interrogation, is that what that says? Interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. You're rebuilding the sabotage. That's what it says there. You're rebuilding this all. It feels like you've had a realization or a change of mind. You realized you were the Magician and you got the heck out of there because you knew it just wasn't for you. We've got the Queen of Wands. We've got the Moon energy. And we've got the Queen of Cups. Rebuilding. Okay. We've got two queens here, so we're rebuilding now. Rebuilding, pardon me, toward the Empress. Toward being the Empress, right? Because the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, the only ones that we're missing here are the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So the one who is The ones that we're missing are financial stability and the one who speaks up for themselves. We're in a period of rebuilding, and that's really the Queen of Wands is sort of throwing that energy of I don't want anybody to hurt me. So it's almost like a bit of ego. The Queen of Wands gets into this ego position. I'm going to take care of myself. I don't need you. I feel like it's just a lesson that you're learning right now. I feel like you get out of this place of feeling not enough and you realize you have passion and love, that you still have passion and love that you want to share. So I think what you start thinking about on a loop, because it says repetitive, persistent, and working on it, I think that you start thinking about how to build yourself. How to build yourself back up. And here we are in this present moment here with you building yourself here. We've got the Moon energy and the Queen of Cups. It feels like you have to go through a lot of hardship, like a lot of harsh realizations and truths about yourself. It feels like you're fishing around in the Moon energy, Pisces and Cancer. You're fishing around in the Moon energy and your Queen of Wands is in the reverse. So it almost feels like it's all emotional. It's like, I'm not going to feel it. I'm not going to let you see me feel it. I'm not, you know what I mean? This person is like, nah, bro, step back. I don't need you. Like they're kind of defensive. But then we've got Moon and Queen of Cups. I think what the Moon is hiding is that you're very emotional. You're very deep with emotion, and that you do really love to love on people. I feel like you are someone who is probably an overgiver, as the Queen of Cups can be. And when she's without the Queen of Wands, she is at risk of becoming depleted emotionally. So I think that's why the Queen of Wands has stepped up in the reverse to protect her. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like both of these are you, by the way. I feel like you are the all-loving, kind overgiver, and I feel like you're developing this Queen of Wands here. You've learned a lesson from being taken advantage of back here, that you're learning the lesson of the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Look, we're always going to slide on the pendulum that way before it slides back, and then we get to the center where everything is balanced. And it feels like these are two kind of very different energies, but I think they're both necessary in order for you to rebuild. Yeah, I think you are healing the self-sabotage. That might be a place that some of you are in right now, that you look back there and you're like, what did I do? Why did I sacrifice myself for that person? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Nine of Pentacles. There you go. You are single. And I think that what you're trying to do by becoming the Queen of Cups is you're trying to reconcile. It's okay to love people. It's okay to show my emotions. It's okay. You know what I mean? It feels like you're learning that it's okay to be the Queen of Cups. It's okay to be sensitive and psychic and all of that stuff. The Knight of Cups here, it almost feels like you're beginning to love yourself. I want to say that you might be spending some time alone with yourself and by yourself. We've got the Knight of Cups. I feel like you are beginning to love yourself because you're starting to become more confident. You're starting to see your worth. You're realizing that, you know what, if people don't like the overly emotional you or the one who loves to dote and give too much, then they can go away. I feel like your Queen of Wands is here to remind you to drink from that cup first. It's all about you. It's not about them. You saw what happened back here. If you keep giving, takers will keep taking. You have to set the boundary. And the boundary, by the way, is on you, not on them. You set the boundary for yourself. If somebody's going to take this much, I'll allow it. But if they're going to take that much, nah, bro, I'm going to push you back behind the boundary, right? Okay, so we've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor. So here you are, right? You're rebuilding. Essentially, that's what it shows me here, that you go from the Knight of Cups to the Nine of Pentacles to the Emperor. Like, you go from loving yourself and allowing yourself to be emotional and feeling protected by the Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel as though the Nine of Pentacles is here to say that you gain your confidence. You start getting your finances back. You start building yourself until you become the Emperor, where you don't need anybody. You're the one calling the shots. You're the one telling everybody what they should do in your life. And if they don't like it, then they can back up behind the boundary. But I feel like you are, this feels like an energy of, I just heard Donna Summer, I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I'm going to let it show. So I feel like you're coming out. Yeah. Somebody in the comments said, how come all these readers out here pretending they know all this music? Look, when you're clairaudient, that's what you get. Duh. You get music. I have a lifetime, like literally from like the early 60s all the way to 2023. I have all that music in my head, and it comes up whenever it wants to. As if I'm sitting around listening to Donna Summer from the 70s. So yeah, I'm coming out. I'm going to let it show. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it show. I'm coming out. So we have the 8 of Swords in the reverse. I like it. We have the Page of Wands. I like it even more. Taking action. And we have Justice. There we go. You are rebuilding yourself, my friend. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Look at this. This is pretty bossed up energy. Look at all this stuff. Yes, building yourself. Now you've got your confidence. I love it. 8 of Swords is in the reverse. I'm not going to keep stuck in my thoughts anymore. Page of Wands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take action. I'm going to take impulsive action. I'm going to go out and I'm going to make silly decisions like going to 7-Eleven in the middle of the night just to get a Slurpee in my pajamas. It feels like you're doing, impulsive things. I feel as though you are creating your own justice here. The Page of Wands, I feel, is the ability to be able to take action towards your own justice. Yep. And I don't think you thought you could ever do it, but here you are. A whole ass Emperor. There you are. Good for you. Now, the Emperor is Aries, by the way, but the Emperor is also an energy, understand. It doesn't, it could be Aries. It doesn't have to be, but the Emperor is somebody who is a big deal. Someone who people come to them for advice because they've got it under control. I mean, I'm not saying you're perfect. I'm saying, look, you're solid. You're solid and you've got it under control. And you did it yourself. You're self-made. You go right from the Page of Cups to Justice. Come on now. It's pretty bossed up. All right, so we have here Heart with a Key, welcoming love, meeting the one. I like it. Let's figure out what's coming up in the future for Taurus. It looks like there is somebody new. Tell me who, and you guys, you've shifted the energy, and I'm telling you, it's never about the reader. It's never about the reader. It's about the collective. Y'all have shifted your energy. You've shifted your energy to this place of, no, you can't treat me like that because I'm worth all of this. And I feel like you take that energy into the future, and whatever you've been calling in is calling back to you. Tell me about what is coming up in the future for Taurus. Heart with a Key, welcoming new love. Meeting the one. All right, there we go. It's the one who's grown. If you're going to get a king, you want to get that king. The one who wants to support you. Yeah, the one who's financially stable. And I'm not saying that they're wealthy. I mean, kings usually are, but I'm not saying maybe they're not wealthy. But this person is hardworking. They're stable. They're honest. They're sturdy. They're someone who is very dependable. This person is the one who is going to want to try and make life as easy for you as they can because of their pentacle. And this person also sees their own value. They do. They know that they whatever they touch, they make money from. So it feels, it's like the king doesn't really even have to look for opportunity. The opportunity finds the king. So this person is somebody who probably has their own business, somebody who's not scared to take a risk, but knows logical, solid risk. This is also someone who wants to have a family, build a home. So look, we've got new love. We've got the gooblies in the belly. Page of Cups is here. All right. What else we got here for Taurus? And we have the King of Swords. Oh my, y'all. There might be 2. Just saying. Like, this could be the same person. They could be the same person. But I'm not feeling that. So we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn versus, it feels like it's versus the air sign. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So it feels like for sure you're into smart ones. Yeah, because both of these energies, the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords, are highly intelligent. I feel like you have feelings for both of them. I feel like what's coming in the future is you're going to meet the one for sure. But guess what? I think you've got 2. And I think you're going to have to decide. It says you're getting together, heart with a key. You're putting the key in the heart. So it feels like you need to find your heart. The King of Swords is someone who is going to go head over heart. And the King of Pentacles is always going to look at what is best for my pentacle world. What is best be solid? What is most solid? What is most sturdy? What can I count on? Interesting. Let's keep looking. Oh, look. We have the King of Cups. Guess what? I think we're looking at 2 emperors. I'm just saying. I think this person might be an emperor too. We got pre-emperor energy already here. We've seen the King of Cups, King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. All we're missing is the King of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is in reverse. That's very curious, isn't it? All right. And maybe the reason why you have not met your King of Wands is because the Queen of Wands is in the reverse. That's why the King of Wands hasn't shown up yet. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 3 of Pentacles. You don't trust anybody now. That's the thing. You're not going to believe it when you see it. And that's why I say, a lot of people are like, Elsie, where's mine? Elsie, where's mine? But guess what? Maybe it already showed up to your door and you told it to get lost. Maybe that's it. Because of some sort of thing that you're not able to heal within yourself. And so it leaves you blind. Yeah. So it's not that situation for all of you, but for some of you it is. We do have a new beginning here. So I want to say that with the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands, it tells me that it looks too good to be true. It's like it shows up and you don't believe it. The 3 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands tells me, nah, this person doesn't want a stable relationship. I think they just want to be friends. It feels as though it feels like you're trying to soften the situation, soften the blow. It feels like you know you're confident, you know your worth, you know that you're carrying it all. But when these 2 kings show up, maybe it's pre-emperor energy, it feels like familiar to you. I want to say this person feels familiar, but I don't think that they are. And so you question it. You're like, why do they feel like somebody who feels familiar, but I've never seen them before? So it's like you don't believe that it's true. The 7 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. I don't believe the 3 Pentacles. I don't believe the 4 Wands. I don't believe that this king is looking at me. Okay. All right, Taurus, what else we got here for you? I'm just going to say, there it is. Shebang, right there. Yeah, King of Wands. So guess what? Yeah, we are looking at Emperor energy here. We've got a couple of Emperors. Whether you're masculine or feminine, look, we all have masculine and feminine energies, animal, plants, people, right? So the Emperor has masculine and feminine energy. To me, the Emperor is always masculine leaning, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's no feminine energy there. I want to say that the reason that you haven't met this person yet is because you got to get this shit straight right here. Yeah, it's time to get out of your ego. Now, the thing is I think that you're practicing being the Queen of Wands. You don't realize you have the power to do what you want and go where you want and hold down your own business. And I don't think that you've fully realized the Queen of Wands yet. And so I think that when the King of Wands shows up, I think that's when you realize that you also have the ability to follow your passions, and with someone who also follows their passions. Who doesn't want that? Yeah, if your person's following their passions and so are you, those are 2 happy people. Those are soulmates, right? Yeah. So I think that when you figure out whatever's going on with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, the Queen of Wands in the reverse is maybe not really necessarily feeling all that confident, maybe a little bit of ego. This person could be someone who's paying more attention about fine-tuning the outside than they are working on the inside. But it doesn't necessarily have to be any of those things. Take it as it resonates. A Queen of Wands is a go-getter, someone who's always moving. I'm going to go get that. But it feels like somebody's not taking action. So when you learn to take action here on this rebuild, and I think you are slowly taking action because we see you turning into the Emperor. So I feel like once you turn into the Emperor, that's when this king shows up here. Yeah. King of Wands. We've got bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles and the Sun. We go from the 5 of Pentacles to the Sun, to everything being warm and beautiful and family. And you go from being on the outside to being under the sun. You're growing. You're in a growth spurt now. And you know what it is? It's because when you meet somebody who is your person, you're automatically going to trigger each other to mirror each other. It's a trigger of, let's do it together. Let's be passionate together. Let's go all in on that business, or let's go all in on Cabo, or do you know what I mean? These two people are conspiring to follow their passions, which is really beautiful. And I think that you go from feeling left out or on the outside looking in, maybe feeling disconnected, or maybe your pentacles aren't great, to everything being lovely. Yeah. Queen of Swords. There she is. That was your last queen. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I hope some of that made sense to you. It seemed like a very fun, interesting read. So let me know in the comments if it pertains to you. And thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Thank you so much, my bull gang. And if you're interested in a private read, you know what to do. Go to the description. I love you guys. Bye-bye.